Back again for some more Fight Night Online. Check my stats, 48 wins, 24 losses. We just lost the last fight. I was George Foreman. My opponent was Evander Holyfield. And he beat me in decision. It was there was no question about it. He did a good job. He outboxed me. Alright, so waiting for my opponent to pick his fighter. He decided to go with George Foreman. So I went with Chris the Nightmare Arreola.
Alongside Teddy Atlas, and we welcome you to Vegas, where they do it bigger and better than any other city when it comes to the big-time fights. We're at the Thomas & Mack Center for a much-anticipated main event. 10 rounds.
Alright, so I'm eager to get into this fight.
Chris Arreola.
Guess he's waiting for the introductions.
Chris Arreola's making his way to the ring now, and you can see how focused he is on the task at hand. George Foreman's ring walks have been known as
There's Big George.
But yet, with all that, to him,
Rest in peace,
it's a
champ.
moment of extreme attention.
Alright, here we go.
Full 10 if we get that far. Round 1 underway.
Trying to feel him out. Big George looks like he's throwing some bombs.
That worked out really well. Throwing off the right hand after getting tagged like that. Chris Arreola's
He's doing some big
well
body
here with that
shots,
two-punch
some power
combination.
shots.
Oh, he just misses with that
Missed with the
next shot.
uppercut.
A sharp jab by George Foreman. That's great stuff. He fires one right back after taking one. Gotta love the work by George Foreman. Halfway through round number 1. And now he brings the left hand
Alright,
upstairs.
little 1-2. He's trying to throw some power
Chris
rights.
Arreola's landed a good solid combination. And
Alright, so
he's
right now I'm
acting like a
thinking
fighter.
he might
Coming
punch himself
back with the
out.
right hand after getting scored upon.
So I'm trying to be patient.
Gets rid of that. It was intended for his head. That's a solid right hand by George Foreman. Arreola's putting forth a great combination there. Comes right back with a shot of his own. Chris Arreola's putting his punches together now. That's a nice combination.
Whip to clinch again.
10 seconds remaining in this round. George Foreman's going
Alright,
with
round
a very
1 over.
efficient work rate in that last round. He chose his spots carefully, Teddy.
Yeah, that's what I like to see, and that's what the judges are supposed to be looking for. You know, not just be overtaken by a guy just going out of there like a Mad Hatter and just
Here we
throwing
go, round
punches,
2.
but placing the punches, strategically putting them in the right spots. Good job.
Wow, a big flush blow. The
Big left
hand by
hook.
George Foreman.
Going for the clinch again.
Good clean shot, returning fire. Well done by George Foreman.
Last thing I need right now is to take a huge punch and get knocked out.
George Foreman's landing a combination here. That's what he does when he's at his very best. Chris Arreola's jab.
Nice jab.
Blocks that punch. Foreman's showing you that sublime skill right now with that two-punch combo. Up top with a quick hook. He took a shot.
I don't know if I've ever faced an opponent using Arreola, but I like to pick him every now and then.
defense is paying off now. Arreola's movement helped out there. He avoided that punch.
Ooh, nice right hook.
Well, he really digs in when he decides to throw that uppercut. Good job. Arreola's combination punching is working well here. Downstairs with a right hand.
All right, he went for power straight. Back to the 1-2. 3 punch.
Took a shot, now he gives a left. There's that southpaw jab in the left hand. Just 10 seconds to go here in the second round. Blocks away that headshot.
Alright, after 2 rounds, I'm feeling pretty confident.
Foreman's got that accuracy, and it paid off in the last round.
Still at 99% stamina. Like I said, I'm trying to hope he runs his stamina down.
Number 3 is underway. And you can see he wanted to do that as he holds on there. You see how effective Chris Arreola can be when he lands that 1-2. Chris Arreola is so dangerous with that accuracy, a 2-punch combination landing. They trade shots. He comes back with a right hand. He scores with the jab there.
You know, Joe, a lot of times you think about a jab being used by an outside guy.
Nice
but
shot
to
to
get
the body.
inside, you need a cover. And there, right there was the
Another
cover.
one. Uppercut,
Scores well
right
with the
hook.
hand with the right hand. Good defense upstairs to stay away from
Alright, I
that
seem to be
offensive
catching him with
assault.
some good clean shots.
Foreman's able to avoid that punch. Coming to the halfway point of this third round. Takes one, but gives one. Good work by George Foreman. The old 1-2 scores for him. Good job protecting himself.
Ooh, ooh. Nice jabs.
Arreola is giving us something to think about early on in this fight here, but his opponent has even more to think about. He has established the jab already.
Yes, he has established the jab. And now his opponent has to think about moving his head.
Back to the
He can get
clinch.
past it.
More holds than a UFC fighter.
That right hand is becoming a crutch. He can just lean on it now. And clicks on the top. And the bell rings, signifying the end of the round.
Alright, end of round 3. 96% stamina. Still feeling confident.
Our first chance to take a look at Teddy's
Alright,
scorecard
up on the
here. Round
scorecards.
4 is underway.
29-28.
You can see he's trying to score up top, but off the mark there.
Usually I'm down,
Ariel was at
so
his
that's a little
best
different.
when the combinations are landing. He scored well there with that combo. Move your head.
But I'm also getting more clean shots than I usually do.
Smart punch right there. The uppercut works. Both men digging in with uppercuts. He got hit right there, but he also gave one. Solid effort by
I'm catching him.
George
He's
Foreman.
throwing some power shots.
Good job on
And
the
as he's
two-punch
winding up,
combo by George
I'm
Foreman.
catching him with some
Foreman
jab
seems
straights.
So very effective punching in combination.
And that's what you want. He's got pretty good hand speed. Might as well use that hand speed. No better way to use it.
Nice
than put
uppercut
them
hook.
together.
Arreola's tagged by a hook. Arreola's putting forth that hard work he did in training camp there, landing a crisp combination. Little head hunting
Nice
with the
combo.
left. Good flush shot by George Foreman. Hard to believe they can still give like this in these final moments of what has been a sensational
But
round.
he's still throwing back at me, so it's a good aggressive fight.
Chris Arreola is the kind of boxer that wants to do just that. Find the target, get the combination working, land both punches. A little something for his opponent after getting tagged. Able to dismiss his opponent's shot and then comes back with an uppercut. Arreola just being smart on the outside.
All right, end of round 4. I think I had that round as well.
No, we will be, because both these guys have the philosophy that they're
All right, down 91% stamina. Round 5.
Oh, that's good stuff. Firing right back with one of his own. Good work by George Foreman. Teddy, what would you recommend based on what we're seeing here?
All right, he's doing some power hooks.
Oh, no, actually, I would say a little counter-punching would be just what the doctor ordered.
That's a better prescription for him. He comes with the straight right hand. Oh, you see him with the left of the head there?
Still have to be cautious because he might flash KO me.
Very nice work from both men. They each got a shot in. A thundering right hand from George Foreman. Still plenty of time to work here in round number 5. Minute and a half to go. Nice work, the left hand to the head. Chris Arreola is doing well here with that 2-punch combination. A clean, big hook to the head by George Foreman. And that's what fighters do. Pulls the trigger right away after taking one. And now just wasting everybody's time holding on. He took a shot, but he gives one of his own. A left hand scores. Able to land with the right.
Yeah, landing quite a few uppercuts.
Solid jab by George Foreman. Keeping his hands up, getting rid of his opponent's offense. And as this round comes to an end, Teddy, you just get the sense that at any point this fight could come to an end because it is being fought with bad intentions.
Yes, these guys are not behaving like guys that are coming here thinking about going to the scorecard. They're letting everything go in every punch.
Round 6.
Halfway through the scheduled rounds here. You see the accuracy now with that double jab up top. Able to block that away. It was targeted for his
Some
head.
big hooks.
Foreman crushes home a left. He clinches
Goes
when
back
he
to
gets
the
to
clinch.
inside. A crushing 2-punch combo by George Foreman. George Foreman
Ooh, nice straight.
end of a very good counter punch. A little 1-2 jab followed by the cross. Able to land the hook to the head. Move your head. And he just holds on there. Chris Arreola's defense is now serving him well. Nice job blocking that punch.
I think, could be wrong, but
Way to hit the target
when
there.
you clinch, I think you're
Chris Arreola's just
take away
punching
stamina
back
from your
that time.
opponent.
His opponent was able to get out of the way. Foreman's putting a
Maybe that's
smile
his strategy
on
right now,
Foreman's
trying to
face right there
keep
and
lowering my
frustrating his
stamina.
opponent with that jab. Right hand downstairs. Commits to the straight right.
Either that or his stamina keeps running low.
Arreola is able to land a good, solid left hand. You can see him timing that double jab to the head. Final 10 seconds of the 6th round. Takes one, gives one. The right hand scores well. And that's the end of round 6. Chris Arreola's in complete control here as he takes a rest after a round in which he really
Alright, so I still feel good about the fight.
Is there anything, Teddy, that you see that he should be thinking about when he gets off the stool here for the next round?
Yeah, you know, he should follow up on his lead, on his edge, on his advantage. You know, I noticed that he's hurting him in the body. Well, now start to double up that hook. One downstairs, one upstairs.
There's another left
Big body
hand
shots.
What a great job. He gave one right back in return.
Nice 1-2.
By George Foreman. Arreola's got a bad cut now that's opened up on his cheek. Two good jabs.
Alright, he's opened me up.
Good block by George. Comes right back at him with a left hand. Nice strike after catching one by George Foreman. Arreola is proving to be elusive. Good exchange. He fires back. A little give and take, and here comes the left hand. And he returns on that exchange. Well, maybe one of the most impressive characteristics and traits in all of boxing. We're seeing it on display here. He has an iron chin. Nice solid left hand scored by George Foreman. Good flush shot upstairs.
Trying to keep me away with this jab.
Coming towards the end of the 7th round, 10 seconds to go. Chris Arreola's putting his punches together now. That's a nice combination.
Alright, end of round
And
7.
round 7 comes to an end.
Got blood running down my cheek. 84% stamina.
His performance over the last few
Alright,
rounds
closer than I
has
thought.
slipped just a
67,
little bit.
66.
Foreman's now finding himself on Teddy's scorecard, trailing in this fight at the start of round number 8.
Well, I was listening to a corner. They were jumping all over him. They were getting in his face.
Nice
They were
jabs.
Because a lot of times in that kind of position, under that pressure, the fighter doesn't know he's not doing enough because he doesn't want to know. He wants to think.
Alright,
that
so I'm
he's doing
thinking
okay.
I
They
have to
just
get him
made
knocked down.
know what's going on. Now let's see how he reacts.
If not, I better be landing some clean shots and get the decision.
Unable to land clean by George Foreman. Takes one to give one. He comes back with a right hand. Arreola's giving his opponent headaches here now. He's throwing punches, but he's able to block them away. Pace yourself. 90 seconds to go, halfway through round 8. Accurate jab brings the right hand. To the head he goes with a left hand. Blocks it away. And he ties up on the inside. Foreman lands a formidable left. That's great stuff. He fires one right back after taking one. Gotta love the work by George Foreman. Foreman's inconsistencies are really showing up.
Swinging at air.
At times he has shown defense tonight. Other times, with what we've seen recently, he's getting hit by the left hand.
Yeah, what he has to do is now make the adjustment.
You're letting this guy get away. Come on.
This is it. You gotta make it a fight
Big
now.
George is
You can't
kind of
just move around. You gotta move your
bruised
hands.
up in the face there.
All right, let's go. Gotta give me the double
Going to
jab.
round 9.
Not giving me
Again, I'm trying to score a knockdown. If not, I got to rely on the judges for the decision.
Back underway here to live fight action. Tough fight to score. Very, very even. Closely contested bout throughout. Chris Arreola is showing you what it takes to be the best in this business. Good, crisp combos. Nice jabs there by George Foreman.
Doing some big uppercuts.
Great shot, returning fire. Well done by George Foreman.
1-2, 1-2. Stay away from those.
Halfway through the 9th round. Pulls the trigger right away with the left hand and mid-tagged himself. Nice job doubling up the jab by George Foreman. Able to get rid of that one. See, the defense pays off as he gets rid of that downstairs.
Uppercut.
Arreola is landing a combination here. That's what he does when he's at his very best. Good effective work with that straight right hand. George Foreman.
All right,
cutting
into the
that
10th and
last
final round.
You know, George Foreman is a guy, a lot of people have called him a bully, you know, and a lot of times you want to find out how a bully's going to behave the first time he gets a bloody nose. Let's find out right now how George is going to behave now that he's got a cut over his eye.
Here we go.
Given a lot tonight. Now one more opportunity to give a little more. The final round is upon us.
Got to keep up with the aggression.
A well-placed left hand up top.
Keep your distance.
Arreola's blocking ability is doing well for him there. He gets off with a combination up top. Blocks the headshot.
Oh, nice 1-2.
Good right hand. Right to the belt line. Halfway through this 10th and final round. George Foreman's defense is ever good. Look at how easy he's able to block those punches. Not one, but two. Good work with the jab up top. It is unbelievable to sit back and just watch what these guys are willing to give and to take. Wow, what a fight so far.
Well, give and take, that's the key word. Sometimes you're forced
Three punch.
to become great. And right now, each one of them are forcing the other to go to great places.
Arreola's showing you that sublime skill right now with that two-punch combo. He tried to nab him up top, but was unable to connect.
10 seconds left.
Solid straight right hand. Landing two jabs by George Foreman. Hooks to the head.
All right. I think I did enough to get the decision.
Very close fight. But the envelope, please, will bring all the drama. Which way will the judges see this?
This is where they earn their money to be able to pick the right guy for tonight.
All right, Chris the Nightmare Arreola. Big win over George Foreman.
Arreola's your winner. One judge saw it even, the other two in his favor.
Wow.
Majority decision.
Close
Very
fight.
close. Either way you saw it, majority, split, whatever. Close, good, solid fight.
Big props to Lincoln Osiris.
Thanks for being with us. We'll see you next
Threw a lot of
time.
power shots. Well, that's it. Another one down.